Good evening. Welcome to the Town of Smyrna Beer Board. Today is May the 7th, 2018. It's 5 o'clock. I'd like to call this meeting to order. First item, I'd like to have everybody stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have any citizens' comments tonight? No? All right, everybody got their packet, had a chance to review. Minutes, everything looked okay?
Mm-hmm. Make a motion, we approve the minutes as written.
Got a motion?
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, new business. We have got the Smyrna Independent Merchants Association applying for a beer permit, special event permit for Simply Smyrna. Is there anyone here to represent? All right. If you could step to the podium and we'll recess for a public hearing. Please state your name for the record.
Vanessa Haley.
All right. And this is for Simply Smyrna. Explain what Simply Smyrna is.
Simply Smyrna is actually it's the first event that is held in the Depot District and the historic downtown district for the beginning of summer. And Carpe Artista and Carpe Cafe put that on, and SIMA comes along beside and kind of helps to advertise and push that event with them. There are 5 live stages of music separated all throughout the whole closed off area where they close the road down. And we like to have a beer garden out there, of course, because people enjoy being able to come and hang out in the beer garden and have a drink or go up and to the where they have the wine tasting as well while they're listening to the music.
Now, is the area going to be roped off, fenced off?
It will be.
Okay. And will you have someone there checking IDs?
Yes.
Okay. And who will do that?
It will either be myself, generally, or Nikki Sasser. Checking the IDs, making sure that everything is on the up and up. And then we also do have the armbands that we put on so that we know who has been checked. They also buy tickets from us so we can count and know exactly how many tickets have come through. And then they take the tickets back and give them to the person who's serving the beer.
Now, you've held this event several times in the past.
At least 5.
Okay. Any issues or instances?
No, sir, not to our knowledge.
Are you using the same vendor this time around that you've used in the past? I know we had one initially, but you were here not too long ago. Is it the same vendor as you used last time?
I don't think so this year.
Okay.
We're actually talking with another locally owned business in Smyrna about working together with them for this event and for Depot Days.
Okay.
It's not completely finalized yet, so I don't necessarily want to mention who it is, but it is a locally owned business.
But the garden is going to be set up exactly the same way as what we've done in the past?
Correct. Exactly the same, yes.
Anyone have any more questions?
Just tell us again, what's the date?
The date
times?
is June the 2nd.
Okay.
And it runs from, I'm almost positive it's from 5 to 10. I know that they have music going between 6 and 10. And then, of course, they'll have probably a couple of food trucks, a few vendors out there, and then, of course, all the live stages of music.
And is the wine tasting the night before?
No, it's that same night.
Okay.
They generally hold it in the depot or in the assembly hall, and most of the times they'll have like jazz going on with that.
Okay.
And kind of keep that separate. We would love to actually be able to have both of those together.
The beer garden and the wine tasting?
Right.
But it
we
is
have-
just for the one night then, right?
Correct. This one is just for the one evening, yes.
Okay. All right.
Any more questions? All right, you can take a seat.
I would like to clarify something, because they did mention, going back to where the wine tasting is the wine tasting inside the depot?
Yes.
So what I want to make clear is where you had asked if it was the same as last time, which was was a roped off area that wasn't attached to the depot. So I want to make sure we're all on the same page of where we're approving for. Obviously, the town administration has to approve as well, but y'all actually give the permit, but then the town, as the owner of the property can determine where that can be as well if they had an issue. Obviously, they haven't in the past with where it has been. But if we're going to include the depot building, then that kind of needs to be approved within the permit too.
I don't think it is including the depot building, right?
For this particular event, we weren't planning to have it in the same location. We're, fingers crossed, hoping the Preds are still in the playoffs and we can
Yes.
actually have a screen put up like we did last year. That being said, if we do that, we need to have it kind of across the parking lot from where we normally have it. And so that way we can put the screen up so that the sun doesn't block from being able to see it. So with that being said, it would just be that complete area roped off where we had it at Simply Smyrna last year, which is the first few parking spaces there to the right-hand side of the parking lot.
So the same as last year, basically?
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
And the wine, as you know, is different. So I would prefer, if there's a chance that they may want to do wine in the same place, that the beer board approve that as part of the permit, that they're allowed to do that if they choose to. Because there's nothing that would prevent you from doing it, but I just think when people come up here, it's good for y'all to be able to approve that, okay, yes, as part of your permit, we will allow, you don't have to, but we will allow to have wine in the same area if that's what you choose.
Would it be okay to request that?
I think it would
Is that okay?
be great.
Okay. Just even for them just to bring over someone that deals with the wine and
Right, I'm
just
not-
have it within that same space,
Right.
is that okay?
Just to make mention that as part of the approval, that the beer board was aware that you were requesting that.
Okay. That would be fabulous if that could be approved as well.
I think that would be great.
Okay.
All right, I'd like to call us back into session and ask the board for a motion.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve not only the permit for Sima, but also with the knowledge that there will be wine there as well.
I have a motion to approve,
And I'll give a second.
and I got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Any further discussion? All right. Any reports? Officers, committee, staff?
No reports from me.
All right. That brings us to the final thing. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
I will second that motion.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.